like to introduce me. My name is Harish Dang. Kaleidoscope today. You will experience dance, music, films, architecture, traditions, and customs of India. So please enjoy the journey, which our group has put together with a lot of effort, care, and love. And we must thank them for making this hall look so beautiful, and the sound system, which was a challenge, and she did everything. Thank you. So let's start with a beautiful classical dance in Bharat Natyam style by our own Lexingtonian, Vrinda Chandra. She is a junior at Lexington High, disciple of the Guru Jai Shri Rajamani, and I'll just give you a brief introduction, the way she has prepared, but has given me the honor to speak, so thank you, Vrinda. Bharatanatyam is a centuries-old dance form that originates from the Hindu temples of southern India. It's a dance form that delivers the performer and the viewer unto another peaceful, liberated play. This is perhaps the most codified and documented ancient dance form in the entire world. Nadraja Anjali. Anjali means an offering. This dance is offering salutations to the Lord of Dance himself, Lord Shiva. The entire world sings your praise. You, from whose locks the Ganges flows, you who danced at the temple with the eternal light, and to your lotus-like feet I surrender. If I don't say it properly, India is a vast land. I come from north, and these are the southern dances. So, okay, I'll try. Netrendi Nerathalai. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Close enough? This item is a padam, a poetic piece, and is purely expressive. The Naika, the dancer, spies her beloved Lord Muruga with another woman on the banks of the river on a beautiful evening. So as you can imagine, nothing has changed. This was like 1,000 years ago. She confronts her Lord, describing all that she had witnessed and how that caused her pain. She tells him that ever since he met this other woman, he has been a stranger and has caused her much pain, as her thoughts are immersed in him, leaving room for little else. She convinces him to forget the other woman and return to her, for her love is indeed true. So, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you one more time our dear Vrinda Chandra. agenda. So beautiful. Thanks for keeping the tradition alive. And now, let's continue. Since we had a dance, how about some music and some films? And before I present to you Mr. Sudhir Jain, giving us glimpses of the music from yesterday and today.
Past and present, let us watch. There are songs in Indian cinema for every occasion, from birth to death. On every festival, there are songs internationally popular, and some of the songs are internationally popular songs are also there. I will show a glimpse of 2-3 international popular songs here in this film.
Civilization was spread across the plains of the Indus Valley. Evidence of this religious practices date back to 5,500 years, 5,500 BC. As you can see, dozens of towns and cities were established, and you can see some of the well-laid structures there, which still survive. Two cities in particular have been excavated, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. They had a very highly developed city life. Many houses had wells and bathrooms as well as elaborate drainage systems. The civilization had a writing system which even today remains a mystery. And that is one of the reasons why this particular civilization is the least known of all the ancient civilizations. Some of the seals are shown alongside. We now move to the southern town of Madurai, to the Meenakshi temple. This temple is actually a complex. It has 4 entrances, one in each direction. There are 14 gopurams. Gopurams are gateway towers, one of which is shown here. The tallest tower is about 170 feet high. There are 2 golden vimanas. Vimanas are pyramidical structures. There are 33,000 sculptures in this complex. There is a large temple tank, and there are several halls, including the hall of 1,000 pillars, most of which are very intricately carved. This is an aerial view of the complex, of 10,000 feet in the Himalayan ranges. It's supposed to be the second largest Buddhist monastery in the world. It's completely surrounded by a deep valley, the Tawangchu Valley. The only way you can enter is from the north, via a ridge. At the entrance to the monastery, there is a colorful gate structure known as Tataling, and it features mandalas. Mandalas are symbols of the universe. This is one such symbol. The ceiling of the hall also carries a lot of mandalas. This is the hall, and as you can see, some of the mandalas are depicted on the ceiling. We now go to the northern state of Jaipur, city of Jaipur. Maharaja Jai Singh II, he was a lover of astronomy, and he built a series of cosmological observatories in 5 different cities. The main purpose was to measure the time, to track constellations, and to chart the orbits of planets. This was in the 18th century. What is shown here is is probably the largest sundial in the world, and this is in the city of Jaipur. This is in Delhi. the other places that he had built it was in Ujjain, in Mathura and Agra.
And they'll demonstrate what those are, and you'll be amazed by the fact that these are based on scientific facts and contain many cultural mysteries. Great expertise of ancient times founded these traditions and have attained these forms from old sacred scriptures. In later times, those truths, facts, and findings have become an integral part of religion and religious rituals in our daily living. So please, you are welcome to participate in these also activities led by Mr. Jain, Mrs. Jain, and Tara, who is standing over there. She'll be doing a little mehndi. If you want to have a little mehndi done. Yeah, henna, known here, henna.
After the program.
After the program. So let's just watch this final segment, and we appreciate your watching these so carefully and attentively. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dan again. Namaste. Namaste. The moment you step into India, I am telling about what Namaste is. The moment you step into India, in all probability, the first word you will get to hear will be Namaste. Also said as Namaskar, is a traditional Indian style of greeting or parting phrase as well as a gesture. Its literal meaning from Sanskrit, it is in two words, namas, to bow, and te, to you. The real connotation is I bow to you out of respect. Namaste happens to be both formal and informal form of greetings in India, and you can say to anyone irrespective of the age. Generally, to say Namaste, you press palms together with all your fingers pointing towards in front of your chest, and at the same time you also bow your head slightly. This is the posture of Namaste. Scientifically speaking, joining both hands ensures joining the tips of all fingers together, which are pressure points of eyes, ears, and mind. These are get activated. This process helps us, our little brain, to store one's meat in its long-term memory. The physical word is a product of polarity, masculine and feminine, or union or yoga. Yoga means union. Simplest form of yoga is to put your hand in Namaste gesture. And in this, the second common is touching the feet. Those who do not know about Indian culture and tradition get very baffled when they see people in India touching feet of their elders. One important aspect related to this gesture is that the person whose feet are being touched is always superior in age or elder member of the family or a respected spiritual person. Touching elders' feet is the first lesson in manners and etiquettes that all Indian children are being taught from the childhood. According to modern science, a human body contains negative and positive currents of electricity. When one touches the feet of elderly, the elderly places his hand on the head. Show the gesture. On the head. A circuit is formed and energy of bodies are connected. Fingers and palms become receptors and energy. and the feet of other person become the giver of energy who gives blessings through the palm on the head. Usually the person of whose feet you are touching is either old or pious. When they accept your respect, which came from your reduced ego, their hearts emit positive thoughts and energy which reaches you through your hands and toes. Now, the third is tilak or bindi. In India, you will find people wearing a red, yellow or orange mark on their forehead. It is called tilak. It is called tilak. It can be made by making a paste of sandalwood, vermilion, clay or any other substance. The area in which mark is applied is in between eyebrows. This is the point that most schools of Hinduism consider the energy and exit point of our soul. Scientifically, this point, which is known as Ajnichak, command center or third eye, which is often cited as the seat of thinking, concentration and memory. It is also the area which gets heated during stress and tension. Applying the bindi, tilak has a cooling effect and helps concentration. See how the bindi is applied by ladies. Now the next is sindoor or vermilion. Sindoor is a red colored powder made by grinding the dried turmeric. A few drops of lime are added which changes to bright red. Sindoor holds a great degree of significance, especially for women. When a little red sindoor is put in the parting of her hair, this means she is married. As per Hindu customs, she is supposed to cease wearing sindoor only after the demise of her husband. For its optimal use, it should be applied as to cover the master gland, pituitary gland, which controls several of other glands related to our feelings. It acts as a great blood pressure controlling agent. Now you will usually see the ladies wear bangles. What is the significance? Normally, the wrist portion is in the constant activation on any human. Also, the pulse beat on this portion is mostly checked for all sorts of ailments. The bangles used by women are normally in the wrist part of one's hand, and its constant friction increases the blood circulation level. Furthermore, the electric impulse passing out through outer skin is again reverted to one's own body because of the ring-shaped bangles which held no ends to pass the energy outside, but to send it back to the body. And lastly, the significance of henna, mehndi. Indian marriages are known for their many rituals. Among the many traditions that are infused into Indian weddings, one of the most prominent is the mehndi ceremony. This is the day when mehndi is applied on the hands and the feet of the bride and even groom. Henna. which is mehndi, is a dye powder prepared from the leaves of plant Lawsonia inermis, also known as henna. Leaves are dried and mixed with water and made paste. Further, it is mixed with eucalyptus oil, clove oil, and has a few drops of lemon. The best part is its smell and beautiful rich color. Besides tattoos and designs of henna, it is also known for medicinal properties. It helps in lowering body temperature and hence excellent cooling agent that keeps the nerves from becoming tense. It is a common belief, or you may call it a myth, that darker the color of henna on the hands of a bride, the more she will be loved by her husband and mother-in-law. I have narrated some of the traditions, and because of the shortage of time, I end here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jain. That was very important, especially by mother-in-law. So that thank you.
Respected Charlotte Rogers, Director of Human Services, Assistant Director, Malaysia. Our most valued invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all enjoyed this program with a complete coordination and all other things. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. On my own behalf, I extend a very hearty thanks to all of you for sparing your valued time and making this event a grand success, especially to the performers and the team which put together our beautiful